Do you ever feel like you only matter when someone else says so? Have you caught yourself constantly refreshing your phone, hoping for a compliment, a like, a message, anything to feel seen? Does your heart sink a little when your efforts go unnoticed, or when someone you admire doesn't validate you? You're not alone. So many of us are trapped in a silent chase, running after approval, clinging to the hope that someone else's praise will finally make us feel whole. It's exhausting, isn't it? Especially when the approval you're desperately chasing comes from men, from society, or from someone who doesn't even fully see your worth. You try to tell yourself you're enough, but the doubt creeps back in whenever someone doesn't respond the way you hoped. You question your decisions, your voice, even your dreams. And that's the problem. Because the truth is, your worth was never meant to be borrowed. It's time to take it back. This video will help you break the cycle of seeking external validation and guide you back home to your own power. Because you are worthy without needing to be chosen, praised, or seen by anyone else. Let me tell you about someone I knew. Let's call her Sana. Sana was bright, kind, and talented, but she couldn't see any of that in herself. Every morning, the first thing she did was check her phone. Had her boyfriend replied? Did her selfie get enough likes? Did her boss compliment her in the team group chat? If she didn't get a "you did great" or a heart emoji, her whole day felt heavy. She'd start questioning herself. Was I too much? Too quiet? Not smart enough? She was constantly editing herself, toning down her opinions, shrinking her desires, and smiling when she wanted to cry just to be accepted, just to feel like she was enough. And at night, she would lie in bed and replay everything she did that day, wondering if someone was disappointed in her. That kind of exhaustion eats away at your spirit. Until one day, she snapped. She realized she'd been living a life shaped by other people's reactions, so she turned inward. She started journaling, reading about self-worth, and listening to affirmations. Slowly, the grip loosened. She began to trust her voice, even when it shook. Her journey wasn't perfect, but it was real, and it started with one powerful decision: to stop chasing approval and start validating herself. Welcome to Daily Affirm Glow. This space was created for people like you, people who are done living for the applause and are ready to live from within. In this video, we're going to break down the exhausting cycle of validation seeking. Whether it's male validation, social media approval, or just needing someone to say you're enough, we're going to face it head on. You'll learn real mindset shifts, spiritual insights, and personal development tools to build your self-worth from the inside out. And stay with me until the end, because I'll also share powerful affirmations that will rewire your inner voice to reflect confidence, compassion, and clarity. You're not here by accident. You're here because a deeper part of you is ready to stop shrinking, stop chasing, finally start glowing from the inside. Let's begin. Validation feels good, doesn't it? A like, a compliment, a nod of approval from someone we admire. But what happens when we begin to depend on it? When our self-worth feels fragile unless it's constantly being reinforced by someone else. This is the validation trap. From childhood, many of us were conditioned to link our value with achievement, beauty, or people-pleasing. If we acted a certain way, we were praised. If not, we were ignored or worse, shamed. This cycle repeats into adulthood, making us subconsciously ask, am I good enough? Yet, social media only amplifies this loop. A post doesn't get enough likes, and suddenly, self-doubt creeps in. Someone doesn't text back or validate, our feelings, and we spiral. Seeking validation isn't inherently wrong. It's human to want to be seen and loved. The problem begins when external approval becomes our only source of worth. Especially for women and marginalized groups, this often turns into male validation. The gaze, the compliment, the attention becomes addictive. We tie our femininity, our confidence, and even our spiritual identity to whether we're accepted by others. But here's the truth. Nothing external can fill the spiritual emptiness created by self-neglect. When we chase validation, we abandon ourselves. We silence our own voice in favor of others. Over time, this erodes self-respect and disconnects us from our spiritual essence. True confidence deep. Spiritual confidence comes from self-validation. It comes from being able to say, I see me, I hear me, I love me, regardless of the world's noise. When you begin to understand this trap, you can begin to escape it. You can build a new foundation rooted in self-awareness, spiritual grounding, and emotional sovereignty. And that's exactly what we're about to do next. So what does it actually mean to validate yourself? Self-validation means that you recognize, acknowledge, and accept your own feelings, thoughts, and experiences without needing someone else to confirm they're okay. It's the powerful shift from am I enough for them to am I being true to myself? Most of us were never taught how to do this. We were taught to achieve, impress, serve, fit in, and keep the peace. We weren't taught to sit with ourselves and say, what do I feel? What do I need? And can I give that to myself right now? But that is the key to emotional freedom and the first step in truly growing your self-worth. Let's explore exactly how to validate yourself without chasing approval. Step 1. Acknowledge your feelings without judgments. So many of us deny our feelings because we're afraid they'll make us look weak or irrational. But your feelings aren't wrong, they're simply signals. The next time you feel sad, anxious, jealous, or insecure, pause. Instead of suppressing or judging yourself, say, it's okay that I feel this way. My emotions are valid, even if they're uncomfortable. I get to hold space for myself. That moment of acknowledgement is the beginning of self-compassion, and compassion is the soil where self-worth grows. Step 2. Practice mirror work daily. This one is simple, but powerful. Stand in front of a mirror. Look into your own eyes, not your hair, not your skin, your eyes, and say, I am proud of you. I believe in you. You don't need to be perfect. You are enough right now. You'll probably feel silly the first few times. That's okay. The discomfort shows how little we've actually affirmed ourselves. Stay with it. Mirror work, the brain. It slowly helps you internalize your own worth without the need for someone else to say it first. Step 3. Set internal goals. Instead of external benchmarks, here's a trap many people fall into. They only feel successful if others recognize it. But validation-based goals sound like, I want to lose weight so people think I look good. I want to earn more so my family sees me as successful. I want to post this so people notice me. Self-validating goals sound like, I want to feel strong and energized in my body. I want to create financial security so I can support my dreams. I want to express myself because it makes me feel aligned. See the difference? One is about chasing approval, the other is about honoring your truth. When you start living for internal alignment, the need for praise decreases because your fulfillment is already built in. Step 4. Journal. Your truth without filters journaling is one of the most powerful self-validation tools available. It helps you process thoughts, uncover hidden beliefs, and reconnect with your voice. Try these prompts. What emotion am I feeling right now, and what might be underneath it? What do I wish someone else would say to me right now? Can I say it to myself instead? What parts of myself have I been hiding to gain approval? The goal isn't perfection. The goal is honesty. Raw, unfiltered self-honesty leads to real self-connection, and connection is how we rebuild self-trust. Step 5. Learn the art of emotional regulation. Many people chase external validation when their emotions feel too big to handle alone. They reach out in panic, post in desperation, or beg for reassurance, not because they're weak, but because they were never taught how to regulate their inner world. Here's what to try instead. When you're overwhelmed, take 10 deep belly breaths. Put your hand on your heart and say, I'm here. I've got you. Take a short walk or move your body to process the energy. The more you learn to be there for yourself emotionally, the less you need others to do it for you. Step 6. Decenter external opinions, especially male validation. This is especially important if you've ever found yourself molding your personality, your appearance, or your ambitions to please men or authority figures. When you constantly ask yourself, what will he think, or will they approve? You abandon your center. It's time to flip that question. What do I think? What do I want? Does this feel true for me? Validation from others, especially men, can feel intoxicating. But it's fleeting, it's conditional, it disappears the moment you stop performing. Real power comes when you don't need to perform at all. When your value doesn't rise or fall based on who's watching. That's called sovereignty. Step 7. Reconnect with spiritual grounding. When you're spiritually connected, whether that's through prayer, meditation, nature, or inner stillness, you realize you were never unworthy to begin with. You stop chasing approval because you already feel guided, loved, and supported from within. Try this. Sit in silence for 5 minutes a day. Place your hand on your chest and breathe. Whisper, I am safe. I am held. I don't need to prove anything. Do this daily, and your nervous system will begin to calm. Your self-worth will begin to rise. Not because someone else said so, but because you returned to your truth. Step 8. Catch and reframe. Your inner critic. We all have a voice inside that says, you're not doing enough. You're too much. No one cares what you think. This voice is not your truth. It's an echo of conditioning, parents, teachers, society. Start replacing it with, I'm doing the best I can. My presence matters. I don't need to shrink to be loved. Every time you reframe, you weaken the critic and strengthen your inner supporter. That's what self-validation is all about. Step 9. Stop apologizing for who you are. Do you find yourself constantly saying sorry for your feelings, needs, or even your success? That's a sign you've been taught that taking up space is a threat. Start practicing bold presence. Say what you mean. Own your choices. Allow yourself to be seen, not because others approve, but because you're done hiding. You don't need to apologize for being real. Step 10. Celebrate yourself out loud. One of the most radical acts of self-love is to celebrate your wins, big or small, without waiting for someone else to notice. Did you show up for yourself today? Acknowledge it. Did you say no to something that felt misaligned? Celebrate that boundary. Speak it out loud. I'm proud of myself for choosing me today. Every celebration adds a brick to your foundation of self-worth, and brick by brick, you're building a life rooted in self-respect, not external approval. This is how you stop seeking validation. This is how you begin validating yourself with truth, courage, and compassion. You don't need permission. You don't need praise. You are already enough, and now you're remembering it. Let's go even deeper with affirmations designed to help you embody this truth. I am worthy because I exist. I no longer chase approval. I own my truth. I validate myself without needing permission from anyone else. My self-worth is no longer tied to what others think of me. Every breath I take confirms I deserve love, respect, and success. I release the need to seek validation from others. I give myself the love and encouragement I used to beg for. I am grounded in my truth. My value is not measured by praise or attention. I do not need likes, compliments, or applause to know my worth. I validate my own feelings, choices, and dreams. I trust my own judgment more than anyone's opinion. I have stopped seeking male validation. I honor myself. I release the belief that someone else's attention defines me. I am more than enough, exactly as I am. I hold space for my emotions with compassion and without judgment. I choose to stop chasing validation and instead grow myself from within. I am safe to be seen and heard just as I am. The way I see myself is more important than how others see me. I lovingly detach from the need to be constantly validated. I no longer shrink myself to please others. My presence is powerful, even in silence. I release the habit of proving my worth. I speak to myself with love and encouragement. My confidence is built on truth, not approval. I do not need to post or perform to be valuable. I trust that being authentic brings me the right people and opportunities. I accept myself fully in this moment. I am not here to be liked. I am here to live fully and freely. I attract success because I believe in myself. My energy is magnetic and rooted in self-respect. I stop looking for validation outside and start connecting to my inner power. My voice matters, even when others don't agree. I am not afraid to disappoint others if it means staying true to myself. My soul knows I am already enough. I hold myself gently when I feel the urge to please. My self-love is unconditional. I validate my own experience even when others don't understand it. I can set boundaries and still be worthy of love. My inner validation is a daily practice of power and peace. I reclaim my energy from people who made me feel unworthy. I stop seeking validation from those who never truly saw me. I give myself the attention I longed for as a child. I am becoming whole, one loving affirmation at a time. I do not chase love or attention. I embody it. My spirit does not need permission to shine. I choose to manifest more sales and success by being authentic. My business thrives because it is built on confidence, not approval seeking. I am a confident entrepreneur because I trust my mission and worth. Every time I sell, I grow stronger. I don't need external validation to feel proud of myself. I choose self-compassion instead of comparison. I grow my self-worth through self-respect and discipline. I am enough without overgiving or overperforming. I love who I'm becoming. My energy no longer leaks through seeking approval. I am aligned with purpose and peace. Even in silence, I feel complete. I radiate self-trust and spiritual confidence. I stop chasing male validation. I no longer decenter myself. I do not exist to meet others' standards. I matter without explanation or apology. I validate myself before asking others to. I set myself free from external expectations. I give myself grace to grow at my own pace. My truth is not up for negotiation. I am rooted, confident, and secure in who I am. I do not need to be chosen. I choose myself. I am not afraid to be misunderstood. I stop shrinking myself to fit into someone else's idea of me. I do not need validation to pursue my dreams. My feelings are valid, even when they don't make sense to others. My worth is not based on how productive or pleasing I am. I release the idea that love must be earned. I show up for myself every day with loyalty and care. I am complete. Even when I'm alone, I give myself approval in moments of doubt. I am not here to prove anything. I no longer live in the shadow of needing praise. My power lies in how I treat myself when no one is watching. I create space to feel without judgment. I lovingly validate my thoughts, no matter how messy they feel. I don't chase, I attract through alignment and self-trust. I deserve rest, respect, and recognition from myself first. I don't need validation to feel beautiful, smart, or capable. My self-respect is louder than anyone's opinion. I stop seeking male validation and start honoring my inner truth. I manifest love, success, and peace through my self-belief. I choose authenticity over approval. I love myself enough to walk away from spaces that dim my light. I regulate my emotions with kindness and self-compassion. My self-validation is my spiritual protection. I am divinely worthy, even when the world forgets to see me. My soul doesn't need to perform to prove it's enough. I am the source of the love I've always craved. My power comes from within, not applause. I validate my existence just by being. I no longer let the lack of response define my value. I take up space without guilt. My inner peace matters more than being accepted. I am not seeking validation. I am practicing self-empowerment. Every affirmation I speak rewires my soul with truth. I become more powerful every time I say no to chasing approval. I lovingly validate my healing journey. I am growing, glowing, and grounded. I stop seeking validation from others, and I begin validating my vision. I honor the seasons of my life without needing to explain them. I am proud of how far I've come even when no one noticed. I create my own safe space within. I am aligned with my spirit, and that's all the approval I need. I replace the craving for validation with the joy of self-awareness. My self-worth is untouchable and sacred. I don't need to be the favorite to feel favored. I let go of needing someone to say, "I see you." I see myself. Now I stop checking my worth against other people's opinions. My healing is not dependent on someone else's permission. I validate my own softness, power, and voice. I am worthy of peace, regardless of praise. I don't wait for others to appreciate myself deeply. I walk confidently without needing anyone to clap for me. I stop needing outside approval to pursue my passions. I do not chase validation from others or men. I chase alignment. I rewrite my inner story with compassion and courage. I am the main character of my life, not a supporting role in someone else's. I hold myself with grace, no longer needing outside reassurance. My power multiplies every time I choose self-love over self. Tips to practice these affirmations effectively. Affirmations are powerful, but how you engage with them can deeply influence the results. It's not just about saying words, it's about embedding those words into your identity. The more intentionally and consistently you practice, the more naturally your inner validation begins to take root. The best time to use these affirmations is either early in the morning when your mind is still quiet, or right before bed when you're transitioning into a restful state. These are moments when your subconscious is more open to suggestion. Simply pressing play on the audio or reading your affirmations aloud during these windows can create a stronger imprint on your mindset. Try pairing your affirmations with deep, slow breathing. This calms your nervous system and helps your brain link the affirmations with a sense of safety and peace. You can also speak them in front of a mirror, gently looking into your own eyes. This mirror work makes the affirmations more intimate and helps with internalizing your worth. Even just 5 minutes a day can begin to rewire patterns of seeking outside approval. Another powerful technique is journaling. After listening to or repeating your affirmations, take a few moments to write about how they made you feel. Did one of them make you feel resistance? Did one resonate deeply? Exploring your reactions builds self-awareness, which is a key part of healing. For those moving away from male validation or social media comparison, it helps to keep your affirmations visible throughout the day. Write one on a sticky note and place it on your mirror or phone lock screen. Each time you see it, you're reminded to self-source your value. And most importantly, stay consistent. Affirmations are not magic, overnight fixes. Some days they'll feel powerful, others they might feel like empty words. But if you continue showing up, over time they will reprogram how you see yourself. Remember, you're not just repeating phrases, you're building a new belief system. One where your worth is no longer a question, but a truth you live in daily. Warm closing with a natural call to action. If you've made it this far, take a deep breath, because that means you're ready to reclaim your worth, ready to stop living for applause, and ready to feel full, grounded, and whole without needing anyone to tell you that you are enough. You've just taken a beautiful step toward healing the part of you that was always worthy, even when no one clapped. Even when they didn't notice, even when you doubted yourself. The journey of self-validation is not always loud or dramatic. Sometimes it's as simple as choosing your own voice over someone else's opinion. It's learning to say, I am proud of who I am becoming. That quiet strength, that's your power now. If this video resonated with you, there's more waiting for you. Explore our library of self-worth affirmations, mindset resets, and spiritual confidence tools, all crafted with heart to support your growth. Keep shining, keep choosing you, and come back anytime you need a reminder that you are already enough just as you are. This is Daily Affirm Glow. We're here to grow with you.